Welcome back to My Bake Escape. In this video, you'll see how I make delicious miniature vanilla bean scones. These are just like the ones that you see in Starbucks, but they're even better because they are just so soft and moist and packed full of vanilla flavor. You're definitely going to want to make these very soon. For the full recipe, be sure to go to mybakeescape.com, and to see what else I'm doing, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at mybakeescape. All right, let's get started on this recipe. So first off, if you can find them, I highly recommend that you use vanilla beans in this recipe. I get vanilla beans either online. These I actually got from Costco. I believe I got 5 pods for about $10. You want to split the vanilla bean down the middle, and then you'll see the inside is full of these seeds. Scrape out those seeds, and that's what we're going to use for this recipe. So we're going to need some heavy cream. To the heavy cream, we're going to add some of those vanilla beans. To the heavy cream, we're going to add a whole egg, mix that together. Next, we're going to move on to the dry ingredients. To a food processor, we're going to add flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Pulse this together for about 8 to 10 times just to combine all of the ingredients. Once the ingredients have been mixed together, we're going to add the butter. Make sure that the butter is cold. This will give your scones a flaky, buttery consistency. Once the butter has been incorporated and it looks like this, we're ready to move on. You're going to turn the mixer on and slowly drizzle in the heavy cream, egg, and vanilla bean mixture. You're going to mix this until it forms a rough ball. Once this happens, go ahead and turn off the food processor, and there you have it. This is the scone dough. Look at all the flecks of vanilla bean in there, all those little seeds. Lightly flour your work surface and then pour the dough out. Do not want to knead this dough. Just want to bring it together so that you can roll it out with a rolling pin. You want to roll it out into a rectangle shape in about 3/4 of an inch thick. Now, you can make the scones as small or as large as you'd like. My one recommendation is that you try to cut the shapes out all to be roughly the same size. And so to help make sure that I get that scone shape, I like to trim the edges of the rectangle just to clean it up a little bit. So I cut the rectangle in half, and then I cut that half piece in half again, and then cut that piece into 4s, and then each one in half to create those little triangle shapes. Once you've cut out all of the shapes, you're going to place them on a cookie sheet, and I would suggest placing the cookie sheet in the freezer for about 10 minutes before baking these. That will help the scones hold their shape while they bake. You're going to bake these in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 13 to 15 minutes, just until they're golden brown. While those bake, go ahead and collect those scraps, roll them out, and cut them into scones. These scones have baked for about 13 minutes. They're perfectly golden brown on the bottom. Go ahead and let the scones cool on the pan while you make the icing. So for the icing, I'm going to use vanilla bean paste. If you can't find vanilla beans, you might be able to find this delicious paste in the store. To the powdered sugar, I'm going to add salt, vanilla bean paste, and vanilla extract. If you cannot find vanilla beans or the vanilla bean paste, I would just double up on the extract, and I'll make that note in the recipe. To this mixture, I added some heavy cream, and as you can see, my bowl was just a little too small, so I transferred it to a larger bowl. Mixed this and decided that I needed a little bit more moisture, so I added some half and half. And it was still a little too thick, so I had to splash more of half and half until I reached the perfect drizzle consistency. You can use any kind of milk that you have on hand. Just make sure you add it a little at a time until you reach the desired consistency. Anytime I'm using a messy glaze or drizzle, I like to place some parchment paper to catch the drips. So to ice these delicious scones, we're going to go ahead and gently place the scones top down into this delicious glaze. And you're going to go ahead and lift them up and shake gently to remove the excess glaze. place on a cooling rack and let them set. You can enjoy them right away, but you'll notice here how wet the icing is, and they're very messy. They're still delicious, but my recommendation is to allow them to set completely for about 2 to 3 hours until they look like this. And this is the final result. These cute little miniature vanilla bean scones. They are so delicious, tender on the inside, and look at all those specks of vanilla bean. Those add so much flavor. These are just the perfect snack to have with your afternoon coffee. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a sweet day.